Skibbity bop and do, yes, yes.
Ribbity rap run roo rest rest.
Ribbity rap and dear, dear. Ribbity dop and do, dear, dear.
Rud afternoon, rud rawning, rud evening, rand, rud right, rand welcome, rue, rud, ra, redia, rowcast, reason, rue, repisode, rue.
Nice. Right.
Rud, Rai, Ruris, Raw, Rentire episode.
Row.
Right, rot!
I still don't know if that's allowed. That might just be one long beep.
What? So what? We're cancelling Scooby Doo nowadays. Sorry. We're ranceling Ruby Roo nowadays.
Raw. Scooby Doo doesn't say that for everything, does he? Ruh-roh raggy.
Oh, you just had the realization.
Does Scooby Doo be doing that?
Does Scooby Doo be doing that?
What does he say? Ree-hee-hee.
Ruh-roh!
That might be the worst yet.
Yeah. Rhyme Ritcoin.
Rhyme referee. Man.
I love Scoob.
I like Scooby Doo.
I love him. I'm in love with Scooby Doo.
I love I even love Ruby Doo.
I bloody love Ruby Doo.
I bloody love Ruby Doo.
Oh,
Man.
I love it up there.
I wish I was Northern.
I mean, it's where our roots go. On both sides of the family.
Really?
Yep. Pops grew up there.
No, he grew up there because he was evacuated from the war.
Rot?
Yeah.
He's got links.
London. I guess he had like a cousin up there or something.
We got family up there.
I can't remember.
It's weird. It's like catching on. There's, I got to admit, this R thing, this Scooby Doo talk. It's starting to rewire my brain. I can feel it.
Rewire.
No, you don't do it that way. Rewire is one word, is it not?
But what if you were to say wire?
If Scooby was just saying wire, like the show Rewire,
he would say rewire in the show.
You'd say Rewire, but if you're saying,
I'd say he'd say rewire. Not
I don't know. We're gonna need the Scoob experts to chime in on that, to rhyme in on that one, rhyme in on that one. But yeah, I've been doing it obsessively for a few weeks, maybe, and I can feel the neural pathways being
paved
anew.
You're a goddamn trailblazer. Like,
yeah.
Wow. Yeah.
Because all it takes is like a few sentences, and then Reeple Roin Rin.
The neural path. It's dangerous paving this neural path because the more you walk it, it's like one of those man-made, like a type of man-made path type of thing.
You know what they say about that Ruroplasticity.
No, rurorelasticity. Come on, man. You came up with it.
I'm fine with coming up with it if someone else can refine.
Yeah.
I just want to put it out there,
Yeah. It's like inventing sausages. The Germans did it well. Cumberland perfected it.
Couldn't have said it. Retta, Ralph. Woohoo! Before we get too deep into the show, I hope you were able to decipher that intro. But got to shout out those Jar Media Patreons over at the Patreon. They make the audio version and the show itself possible. You can get the raw, unfiltered MP3 over there, ad-free. Beautiful stuff, darling. You get the patron names read out in the first or second week of each month, so get those in. Got a little bit. I mean, we're nearly at the end of March now. We get those in for April.
Hopefully there's no April Fool.
After Hours is our ongoing After show. We've been covering all sorts, a whole gambit of topics, you know. We did one on Gambit from X-Men. We did one on the word Gambit.
We did one on gambiting in gambling.
That was false advertising. We haven't done anything about Gambit. But what we did have is Helldivers discussion, 40 minutes. Jarlings been saying ever since they heard it, they're getting on the game. They're putting in 40 hours already in 2 days. Doesn't even make sense. I love it. What else are the other good ones on there? Will the Farter.
Will the Farts is a highlight. One of my personal favourites, Lego
Death Screams.
Lego Death
Sounds.
Lego Death Sound, like, guessing game.
Yeah, that was a very good one. I didn't show you the thumbnail of it either, but it was it was very good.
Yeah, I imagine. I trust.
It was just a picture of, you know, when you like choose characters and it will like zoom in on just the circle.
Yeah.
I had like the circle with Watto, with just in bright yellow text in the bottom corner, racist ?
That'll draw some eyes.
But after we record this episode, we're planning on doing an Invincible Season 3, Is It As Good As They Say video, which I'm excited to talk about. I don't know what you think of the last time we spoke about it. You were 4 episodes behind, and
yeah, well,
it's pretty backloaded, let's say.
Yeah. Gee! Nobody's going to know until we talk about it.
Yes.
Yes. Skibbity bop and do, yes, yeah.
And last but not least, the Jar Media group chat is over there on the Patreon too, where Jarlings can have discussions, and before we record, I'll run on in and go, howdy doody. Give us one of
content.
these.
Give us more content.
Give us. I've only got one that I plucked for this episode from Nohaj, who seems to have gone on some kind of trip to a Harry Potter world or something like this.
Fresh, yeah.
And they posted Digidob with a sign that says Digital Dobby, and kind of I'll show you over here, look. Can you see that? The 3D render of Dobby, like T-posing. I guess you can't.
Where?
Sorry, it's on this screen over here. Have a little look.
The genius is over it.
Is this like an augmented reality thing, or is that just on a screen?
I don't know.
If I could go and stand next to that, then I'm going to Harry Potter World tomorrow.
Have you noticed in London now how many like weird Harry Potter shops there are everywhere?
Yeah. I went in one
Because that's like a new thing.
Yeah, I almost bought you a Dobby for Christmas. It might have been a Dobby T-shirt or something, or like a life-size Dobby. I can't quite remember, but I was like quite eager. And then I saw the price tag, and I was like, they're charging this much for a Dobby these days?
How much, like 50 quid for a Dobby shirt?
I think it was like more.
Really?
Like it was so expensive.
Yeah, they have the same vibe as those weird like sweet shops that have like imported American stuff, and it's like, what's really going on here?
They sell the scarves of the houses.
Right, yeah.
And the amount of people you see in London wearing them. Because I guess it's like tourists go to London, then see one and like buy it and wear it and take photos for Instagram and shit.
So, I mean, I liked Harry Potter growing up, but like, can we like relax?
Yeah.
We've made other things, other literature.
Yeah.
Other movies.
I mean, we can kind of take credit for like Lord of the Rings, right?
Yeah. Straight up.
Yeah.
Straight up. What about Shakespeare?
Why aren't more people wearing rings? Who gives a shit about Shakespeare?
Yeah, no one gives 5 shits about that dude. Old and lame.
Kind of early 2000s type vibes.
Let's do some housekeeping then. We round off some of those conversations from the previous episode. There are a few to get through here. Like this one from Hernsmurf 5258. I'm 15 and I've been feeling worried about the future lately. So seeing you two lads in your mid-40s just having a laugh and not being afraid of being yourselves is so inspiring. Thank you. I think that became a little bit of a copy pasta in the last one. I think the original person said mid-30s. I just turned 31, so don't get ahead of yourselves, my friends.
We're cooked.
Yeah. Although we've got like the baby gene, so like we're going to be turning 50 and then finally be looking 30.
Get my deed for paracetamol.
Yeah. I had someone, they ID'd me and they said I had a baby face.
Uh-huh.
And I was a bit like, should you be saying that? Like,
what's wrong with saying you got a baby face?
well, is it not an insult?
Hey.
Well, I don't want to have a baby's face. But if I have a baby face, then...
You don't want to know it.
Yeah.
Were you insulted?
I was kind of like, I don't know you, man. Like inside, you know, where it's like...
Yeah.
We haven't got any established rapport. Maybe he was trying to establish rapport with that comment to see kind of how I take it.
Maybe you were just insulted. Maybe that's valid. Maybe he was innocent.
No.
Maybe he thought you're ugly.
Maybe that would have been like more direct.
Yeah.
Oh, you're ugly and look like a baby, freak.
Yeah.
Ugly baby freak face.
You got a baby face, but not like a cute baby, an ugly baby. I often say it to people though. Like I'll say to people, I've got a baby face. You know.
Yeah, but that's coming from you though.
Yeah.
If like the fittest baby you've ever seen came up and was like,
Oh, hello, baby face.
I'd punch her.
yeah, you deck her.
Yeah.
You take her to the deck.
Because we're all 100% man around these parts.
Put a pin in that because I want to bring that up shortly.
Okay.
But the Dinoco 19 says, immensely appreciate the deep / existential / real topics lately, bringing food for thought and peace of mind, just like my favorite movie, Lightyear.
Damn.
That's like a journey in a sentence.
Yeah. That's like you're making a great case and you just can undercut it in one swift like 3 words.
Lightyear certainly does undercut itself, undercut everything it surrounds, you know.
It
everything in
undercut
its
the
orbit.
medium of 3D animation.
Yeah. Luke ZX4PI said, just when I thought I was finished with the cast forever, Alex rips the iconic trickster sneaker laugh. Pure cinema.
What's the pure cinema?
Nah, that's the rumple laugh. It's not really sneaky enough.
What is pure cinema again? Is it that? What?
Yeah. Hands up. Marty.
Yeah.
Hands up, Mart.
Hands up, Mart.
CC Eternal says, I've been saying or something for like 3 weeks now without even realizing I got it from the Yogs. You've psyoped my brain, you cheeky little fellas.
See, this is the power of language. Language is...
Riz rawa rov language. What do you actually think of that laugh? Because I see you like dying inside every time I do it, and it just makes me want to do it 10 times more.
I'm fine with it.
Oh. Guess gotta find a new laugh then, huh?
I'm afraid so.
I'm afraid so.
That one's just cool.
Yeah, that one's too cool.
Moo hoo ha ha.
Moo hoo hoo ha ha. Oh yeah. I won't do that one. You won't like it.
No, do it.
No, you won't like
No,
it.
I'm doubling down on this. Is going to be my favourite one.
Albert B says Brits talking about stinky French is the pot calling the kettle black.
Hey, fuck you.
We found the Frenchman.
Yeah.
Frenchman
yeah,
found.
Ring the alarm.
Albert B.
Yeah, he comes over here wearing like a flat cap and he's like
with a cigarette in his mouth.
Yeah, pretending.
What is this?
Well, he's pretending to be like British, and then we can smell him from a mile away. You French asshole, get out of here!
The rat under his hat controlling him.
Yeah,
there's no rat to be found.
I think British people have like lots of things to make fun of about them, but being stinky is like low on the list.
Depending on where you are.
Where's stinky then? Go on, say.
Stinky town, no.
No, say where in England is stinky then, huh? No, sorry, Britain. Where are the stinky people in Britain, Alex?
Go
on.
I'm gonna say Wiltshire.
Damn, okay. Yeah.
In the Shire.
Yeah, there are some stinky people about.
In the stinky Shire.
Yeah, but we don't smell of nice things like garlic and bread.
Or onion.
Or onion. We smell like f***ing shit. Countryside. Like, genuinely, the countryside just smells of shit.
A little bit of shit, or like if you're a little bit too close to someone, there's
chlorine.
Yeah, chlorine. Yeah. Or there's a good
sulfur. There's
sulfur.
been like sulfur.
Yeah. There's a good chance someone will have like some kind of like infected boil that's like gone bad.
Yeah. People with like their feet out that are like crusting.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I guess, yeah, in a sense, yeah. I guess the French guy kind of wins this one.
Speaking of winning, do you remember Boba Bo?
Yeah, of course.
Because this morning I woke up and it was like my first thought, like struck me like lightning. Yeah, Boba Bo.
Yeah, but they called him Boba Bo in the show.
Yeah, but the show is like an anime from 2000s. Jamie, fact check this, will you, Boba Bo? I remember it being on TV and finding it the funniest thing.
Yeah. It was genuinely funny.
Boba, it's quite hard to search for because you look like you're having an aneurysm, like Bo.
Yeah, it's like cat sat on your keyboard type.
Yeah. And there's so many people. There's Park Bo Gum, Bo Derek, Bo Burnham, Bo Hopkins.
What's Bo short for?
And it's just a name, B-O.
Really?
Boba Bo.
No, Boba Bo.
I can't find it. It's like gone.
No,
it's a collective. I literally searched up this morning. No, I found it. Okay. 2003 to 2005. Only 1,000 ratings. But the reason it was on my mind was that there was this little character in it that I was obsessed with.
The little flame-looking guy.
No, he kind of looks like Orange Sonic, that dude. He looks just like Sonic, but he's orange.
Yeah. Well, he's like a ball, right? But with like...
Yeah.
Spikes.
Yeah, I'm looking at him right now. He's like...
Is that the guy, your favourite guy?
No.
Because I remember there being like a piece of tofu.
Yeah, you got a good memory for this.
Yeah,
I remember
love
him more
Boba.
than I remember.
Yeah, Boba Bo rocked.
It's so fucking weird.
It was one of those shows where like you really wanted to see more, but they only ever showed like 3 episodes. So you'd catch it whenever, but it was like, oh man, it's the same episode.
It seemed like to be kind of parodying like Naruto type shows where like they would start a fight and then start monologuing. And then there'd be like a backstory, like flashback.
That's right.
And there's
and
like
it would just go on. And on. And like nothing would ever happen.
There's a good clip if you search on YouTube, Boba Bo, best clip or something. It'll definitely come up. There aren't that many on there. There's like this blue Jello dude.
Yeah.
Who like he's about to start a fight and then he goes into his sad backstory, and he's like. He's sitting on the shelf of like a supermarket, like the Jello aisle, and like no one wants to buy him.
Yeah, this is ringing a bell.
And like they just talk in the strangest way.
Yeah.
And the voice actors like in the dub are clearly having like loads of fun and just goofing about. And it's just incredibly strange. But there's this little character that for a period of time, maybe like a year, I drew this dude like every day.
Really?
Yeah. I loved this little guy. He looks like kind of like a marshmallow.
Oh, okay.
He's like this pure white little just thing. I don't even know what he's called. I don't know his name, which is weird.
Can you find him?
Yeah, I'm looking at him on the poster, but I don't know what character it is.
Is there a Boba Bo wiki? It's got to be, right?
Maybe. But it has like Smiling Friends and Ren and Stimpy and stuff like that when they do the close-ups and have the funny faces.
Yeah.
There are so many like awesome weird faces in this show.
Yeah, I remember. It's all coming back to me. All the good Boba Bo memories. They're flooding back.
It's got 76 episodes. I wonder if you can like buy this on like DVD or something.
Definitely. Let me search Amazon
See if you can
Prime
find
right
it.
now.
Anime parody. But like Oh, here we go. It only has one piece of trivia. This series was originally based off Fist of the North Star.
What's Fist of the North Star?
It's like a manga from the 80s.
Huh.
I guess it's like a parody of that. I've never read or seen that, so people got to get on the Bobobo trivia, dude. What are you doing, dude? Have you found it on Amazon? Bobobo. Let's see if there's a wiki. There must be.
Dog cages came up.
There's a fandom. It's like it's split up the characters into these like categories: rebels, minor characters, fusions, Mahurage Empire members, Mahurage Empire groups, former Mahurage members, reverse Mahurage Empire members, New Hair Kingdom members. That's right, because he's got this like really long mustache, and that's like where his power came from or something. I don't know how I'm going to find this character.
I don't know if it's possible. There's got to be a wiki, right? You said there's a fandom.
The one that looks like Sonic is called Don Patch. He straight up looks like, he looks like how I want Sonic to look. I love this guy.
Oh, so it's like, oh, I found it. He doesn't look like Sonic.
What? Yeah, he does. You joking?
Okay, he kind of does, but no, on like the zoom-ins, he looks nothing like Sonic.
No, that's the joke I'm talking about. I remember him being in every episode, but whatever.
Oh, that guy.
You know the one I'm talking about? The little marshmallow dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know why. I just woke up and I was having that marshmallow dude kind of day.
He's like the little sidekick.
Yeah, I think.
In the year 300X, the entire world is under the tyrannical rule of a regime called the Murahage Empire. Chrome Dome Empire in the English translation. Its ruler, Emperor Surulina IV, Tsar Baldy Bald IV, has initiated the hare hunt. Where his army, the hare hunters, invade settlements, shave bald every person they see, and leave said settlements in ruins. Standing against the hare hunt is Bobobo, a bizarre but powerful rebel who fights. That's why he's like got the crazy hair and the big mustache.
And that gives him the power.
Yeah, because he's got like a huge blonde afro.
How do they come up with this shit? Crazy motherfucker.
Bobobo. Wait. Is it Gasser?
No, that's the dude whose like whole character is that he farts. This shit just sounds straight from my fucking brain. There it is, Dengaku Man. I think that's who it is.
Is he made of tofu?
He might be actually.
Who's the tofu guy? There was a tofu guy, right?
He's Jello. He's blue. He's one of the main characters, yeah. Okay, I found him. Yeah, it is Dengaku Man. He's the cute he's the Dibby of the series. He's a completely white, super deformed creature with a pointy head with a ball attached to his head. He could possibly be a parody of the Chow from Sonic the Hedgehog series. So like this shit is like a Sonic parody.
Really?
In terms of personality, Dengaku Man is normally a happy little creature who carries around tofu. He can be violent, bipolar even, but he's often portrayed as an extremely weak character with no real power. His trademark line is, "We'll make him eat grilled tofu dipped in miso on a stick."
Tofu?
When he's first introduced, not counting the brief appearances in the Pomade Ring arc, he's portrayed as being lonely with little to no friends. Though he gains friends, most of them ignore him. It's a bit sad. Yeah. Despite being the one who taught him friendship, Bobobo goes as far as to use him as a projectile to throw him at his enemies. During his childhood, Dengaku Man was raised by a mother dog living on a farm. Whether or not this is real mother was debatable. The litter included himself and 6 other puppies. However, due to his strange appearance, he was rejected by his siblings and was constantly bullied. He eventually left them, only to move on to a rank in the Mahurage Empire. I don't remember that. I can't remember the weird dog thing, though.
Dog thing?
Where he's like from a litter.
It's weird. It's just like visual noise in my head. So colourful. I loved it.
Bo 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 bo.
Yeah. And the like ads would end, and then it would like recap what had just happened before the ads. And it was
as like an intentional joke.
But so they would just like do the whole thing again. It was just the most maddening, entertaining shit. Oh, I loved it. I loved it so much.
But I'm gonna need you to grab that pin and unpin the thing I said about earlier.
About being men.
About being men.
Being men.
Being men, baby.
Huh?
I don't know if you know anything about this show, Adolescence. It's like a Netflix show. Everyone in the UK is talking about it right now.
Is this the one about the kid?
About the incel stuff.
The kid who is like arrested.
Yeah, like a 13-year-old boy.
Right, yeah.
Who commits a crime. Don't worry, I won't spoil anything. But I assume you haven't seen it.
I haven't, no.
Or I finished it yesterday. And the reason I kind of wanted to bring it up was more like the greater conversation it seems to have sparked. It's being brought up in Parliament, like Keir Starmer's talking about it. All these random people are coming out of the woodwork and talking about it. And I don't know, it's really fucked up. And I feel like it's something, I don't know, we've been talking about, not to make it about us or whatever, but just this idea that like opening the Pandora's box of the internet and what that has done to people, the like lines it can send people down. And I was saying to you earlier when we were having lunch, like, I'm so happy that we got to have our childhood without Instagram the way it is, with like the TikTok algorithms refined to the way they are. Because like, we had like Facebook and there was bullying on Facebook or whatever, but like they hadn't
so much less. Like it was less important. It was just less abundant. But what's the show about, and what's the conversation specifically around it?
It's about a 13-year-old who commits a heinous act, and the show's kind of exploring the why of it,
right.
And it doesn't really give you, it doesn't hammer home anything like obvious or condescending. It's more like, it's only 4 episodes, by the director of this really good film I saw a few years ago called Boiling Point, where kind of the gimmick, quote unquote, is that the whole thing is shot in one shot, or at least to make look like it's one shot. I can't remember if they did it for real or not, but that was following Stephen Graham, one of my favorite character actors, sound like This Is England and stuff like that. He's like a head chef, and it's like following him and how like stressful and intense that like situation is, and locking the camera to him and all of this stuff is like really good. Right. And they do the same style in this show, but these 4 episodes, they're all like one shot, and there's some like incredible staging and timing and filmmaking going on. But I'm kind of dancing around like each episode because I'd like people to like watch it for themselves and see what it's like. But what I will say that will probably clue you into what it's about. I'm fairly sure that it's at least maybe in part based on a crime that happened in our local area.
Oh shit!
There's a few of them that have happened in the past decade or so, but of, as the name suggests, adolescent violence, with the focus particularly on teenage boys. And there's like a lot of dialogue and allusions of the show of like the implications of like emojis, and the manosphere is brought up by name. Tate is brought up by name.
Wow, okay.
And yeah, it's, I don't know, this weird blurred line where I feel like for the last 20 years, there's always this discussion of like, the internet is this separate thing. It doesn't really affect the real world. And there was some point where the Rubicon was crossed, and I feel like that it's like it is impacting people's behavior, especially
oh my god,
young people's minds.
Way like it's not just impacting people's behavior; it's like governing lives.
And it's not even, I say young people's minds, but it's everybody's minds. Everyone who uses it.
Yeah.
The boomers used to make fun of it, but now like they're almost the most radicalized by it.
Yeah. I think that is genuinely true. Like the most radicalized are like the oldest and the youngest using these platforms.
Yeah, the two that like
the most vulnerable.
Understand it the least, and are the most vulnerable. Is a good way of putting it. It's extremely fucked up.
It really is. And it definitely affects men differently to women. I don't know how much I could even really speak on the effects it has on women, but I think just where we are, like socially and culturally, within the system, wink wink, that we're under, the like hyper competitiveness of everything.
Because that's a recurring piece of dialogue in the show is a manosphere like stat I've seen all over the internet for years or whatever, like the what is it, I'm getting it mixed up, the 80% of women are attracted to 20% of men or something like this, the 80-20 rule, something like this, just general
all that
manosphere
sort of shit, and like implying that the whole high value man, high value woman thing, like you're turning people into like, and it is true that there is a market for human beings, which is disgusting. Like we socially have agreed upon that for a pretty decent amount of time now, but like the vernacular of these people, they're happy to like to value humans again. And so if you're a kid, or a young man, hearing high value man, high value woman, and like in your formative years, that kind of shit's gonna get into your head, right? And then you feel a need to become a high value man, right?
Yeah,
because it, like,
otherwise you're a failure, you're nothing. You're worthless.
And in a world where everything is incredibly unfair, and like the likelihood of class mobility is extremely low.
All the cards stacked against you.
Unless you're a high value man who's like born into some bullshit family, or
you strike gold or whatever. Then and I'm glad you phrased it that way, because that's part of it for me. Is like, it's without the involvement of the internet, it's a difficult period for anybody. Like there's going to be bullying, everyone's hormonal, your body's changing, you have no clue what's going on. Like it's confusing, it's vicious. Adding this in, I feel so sorry for like what we've done to like these kids.
I feel sorry for them, and utter disdain and hatred for the people spreading this kind of speech. Like my main arc since like 2022, 2023 is the the pen's mightier than the sword. Like fuck yeah, like language, like words
is everything.
The stuff people are saying in consensus, that's the most powerful shit in the world. That's how we get like monsters in charge. That's how like everything is as fucked as it is, and it's this giant snowball that we've just not controlled or managed whatsoever. And surprise, surprise, shit keeps getting worse. Like
I think that's one of the things the show explores quite well. It's not really about pointing fingers as much as it's trying to explore the empathy of all these different angles, and like where this comes from, and it's not trying to hand wave what this boy did. It's almost not really about that at a certain point. It's like, what is actually going on? Like and this is something it's just like, it wasn't a thing growing up. Like
it wasn't
like this.
It really wasn't.
Where people can organize and get like ideas for manifestos, and like if you're in the worst place you've ever been, and then you find a community of people who are also valuing themselves so lowly, so low. Sorry. And then you kind of encourage each other in this downward spiral. Like horrifying crimes happen.
Yeah. But plus you have these people at the top, like, just implanting these heinous, horrible, venomous ideas and feelings towards other genders, towards certain types of politically leaning people.
Yeah, and it's
anything.
It's a unique situation too, where we unleashed a technology into the world where it's only a certain age group down that understands it, and there's like a cutoff point of people who even can comprehend where it's coming from and like how important it is and what it is doing to people's minds, how it's like hijacking their minds and just giving you crazy thoughts, or at least encouraging or sending you down these weird lines and just radicalizing. Because our parents watched the show, and I was talking to Dad about it, and he was like, I had no idea like this was even, like it went this deep type thing.
Oh, right. Yeah. That doesn't surprise me. Because hearing about it from the outside, it would be like, this is a fringe, like...
That's what you want to think. That it's like, it's just online, it's not really...
There was a period where I couldn't go a day on YouTube, like looking at YouTube shorts without getting some manosphere bullshit.
Yeah.
Like it was...
there was that study done.
And I intentionally didn't engage with it, and it was still, like, it was so popular.
Yeah. I can't remember the name of the study now, but there was a study done on, like, a fresh account, how quickly it will get you there, delivering that type of content. And it was something like half an hour or something of, like, scrolling on Reels. Just because of, like, that's kind of what I'm getting at, is, like, we've built these systems a certain way. We didn't have to build them like this. We didn't. Like, the jewel at the heart of it is, like, ultimate communication.
Yeah.
Like, it just, we got to experience that time on the internet where it was still there to some degree, the, like, profit motive built into it, but they hadn't quite realized its power in the, like, maximizing, oh, that's how brains work. Like, we can abuse this, basically.
Yeah.
We can build it to abuse dopamine releases and just deliver you whatever makes you the most emotional, so you get engagement from it. Which is just like, it's disgusting. Like, you wouldn't, it's like giving hard drugs to, like, children. It's like radicalizing me in the opposite way, I feel like, because I've had, like, these feelings about social media for a while, obviously, like being on it and, like, understanding it to a certain degree for so long. Like, it is kind of like, yeah, this is really fucked up, what we have done, what we have unleashed. And, like, without even, like, thinking about the consequences, and it's all these, like, millionaire tech bros who have, like, we've just let this happen, and we've, like, built all of society around it now. So, like, what the fuck do you do at this point? Like,
yeah, now they already have all the control.
And we see they have political power now.
Yeah.
Like, significant
this is
power.
This is it. This is like, I mean, I feel marginally radicalized, if that isn't a total oxymoron.
Just a little bit radical.
Yeah,
I'm rad.
Yeah, I'm like 20% radicalized, but no, definitely more than that. The system that we are within has rewarded these people for their behavior, you know, and not just at the manosphere level. I'm talking at, like, the top of social media, like you're talking about the billionaires, your Elon Musks and Zucks and Bezos and whatever. They've been rewarded for being worse.
Yeah.
We've made a system because it is, like, made. This isn't how it has to be.
Yeah, it's not an organic thing that's just
popped
up nowhere.
It's not human nature, because a big part of manosphere talking points are like, oh, this is what caveman do.
Biological
this
essentialism.
This is what we've always done. It's fucking bullshit.
You can justify a lot of bad shit when you go down
you
that
can
way.
justify anything that way.
Yeah.
It's like you can genuinely justify the worst shit by being like, well, a caveman probably did it. It's like, okay.
And
so
it's just
we've created this system and we need to change it. And it doesn't have to be this way. I think that's the
because it wasn't this way for hundreds of thousands of fucking years.
Yeah, and then suddenly it becomes this way, and everyone's like, "Well, it's just always been this way. No, now you can do about it." We do something about it.
Because at least, like I said, we got the luxurious childhood where we didn't really have that down our throats. It's not something our parents had to think about when we were in school. Like, oh, when am I going to give them a phone so they can have access to gore videos on Instagram? You know. I guess we got a fair share with it on the the opening days of the internet, but it's just different. It was different. But like, a 13-year-old's not equipped to understand the complexities of like.
I'm not equipped.
Oh yeah.
I'm like 27 years old. I'm not equipped for.
They don't understand the way these algorithms are built. The parents don't understand the way the algorithms are built.
Mm-hmm. No, you were on the money with the hard drugs thing. It's like, would you give coke to a child?
Yeah, and it's like all these things like beauty filters and the facts that are being talked about. Like, you just don't have the capability to sort through this stuff. And I'm concerned about like, we have like cousins who are teenagers, like 15.
Yeah.
And it's like, what do their algorithms look like?
Yeah.
Because I don't.
Yeah, what are they seeing?
Yeah. And what is that like making them believe? And what worldviews is that like giving them? I don't know. This is like really dark and heavy, but it's like on my mind. And this show is really sparking a conversation in a way that I think is actually quite good. And needs to be done more. It's what art is like for, like less.
Yeah, no, it's cool to hear, especially from Netflix, the fucking biggest dog shit piece of.
I know, like
steaming.
And to be fair, they did last year with Baby Reindeer do a similar thing, which also kind of.
So one good show a year.
Yeah,
pay fucking £30 a month for one good show a year.
Yeah. Fuck Netflix. Like, it's all like true crime shit. Like enjoying the kind of misery that this show is trying to explore and you know, get at. I think it is really sad. And it's like, so I'm addicted to it. I'm addicted to the scroll.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm not equipped for this. I wish I could delete YouTube Shorts. Because I feel like watching a half-hour-long Mario Kart video is good for my brain. But when I'm watching, like, 10-second clips of men dunking on like, random women from the streets, then, like, I want to explode. You know,
yeah, I don't know, man. I think that's where you got to start. Is like you just have to get rid of that shorts format. You have to. It
should be banned.
It's a net negative for the world. Like Instagram Reels, YouTube Shorts. Like
because like there's nothing stopping you from making a short video, like on the original YouTube format. There are plenty of them. So you don't like lose anything by not having shorts. It just doesn't need to be siphoned into your eye holes that fast.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's too much, and it's just the acceleration since like TikTok first became a thing.
Yeah,
and how quick like we like speed ran this like new influencer turned into international criminal, arrested twice, and then saved by the president of the US. Like, what the fuck? How did that happen?
It's so beyond parody. It's like, good luck to the South Park dudes like trying to make any new season. I mean, they struggled for the last 10 years because things have just gotten so absurd and like just beyond parody and cartoonish. And it just seems like so obviously a bad idea. You know,
but like if it's good for the money, then it
makes shitloads of money.
It's like that's all that matters, you know.
I don't know, man. It's like, where does this go? If like in just like a fraction of our lifetimes, this has like happened. Like, Musically was like a failure.
Yeah.
And then that tech was like turned into TikTok. And now we're here, and it's just like ingrained in businesses, and it's like essential for marketing, and every single shop and store will have a presence on there, and they use it for memes, and it's like ingrained in politics now. Politicians going from being anti it to now being pro it because they realize how much of a political tool it can be weaponized as.
That's kind of the scariest aspect of it, because like back in 2016, Trump was like, let's get rid of this TikTok nonsense. And it's kind of like,
China.
okay, maybe
Naughty China.
Yeah. But kind of W Trump. Like, fair. Roll around to 2025 and Trump's like, actually, let's keep it and use it along with Twitter and Facebook and all social medias so we can control the whole like media landscape. I don't know if that's like coming across as conspiracy-ish, but it's kind of the case.
Like, I mean, yeah.
All media landscapes are owned by these billionaires who are buddying up to the president of the US. If that doesn't like scare you,
yeah, you should be terrified, bro.
Yeah, they control all of it.
Yeah,
you know, these are like the most powerful people in the world, and they're choosing what gets fed into your eye holes. And a lot of it is people being like murdered.
You think it's a coincidence that like the first thing billionaires want to do is buy media companies? When you amass that amount of wealth, I'm just doing it for a side gig.
I just want to keep the free landscape of ideas to be the marketplace of ideas.
The marketplace of ideas, yeah.
Oh, the marketplace of ideas. It's got to be a neoliberal fucking libertarian paradise. You know, we got to be free to say what we want unless you say something against the billionaires.
Yeah,
the ultra class.
And that's kind of like how I feel about the internet. It feels like building a building without any regulations.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And how foolish that would be to do. Mm-hmm. And like we've seen what happens when you do that, and what can go wrong and the kind of damage that can do. I don't know, man. It's getting too political over here.
I don't think we brought up Elon Musk. Actually, I think I name dropped him once.
You did name drop him.
Should we just talk about him for a little bit?
I'd be
just to piss off that one guy again.
That one guy.
He clocked out ages ago.
Maybe, I don't know, maybe we should do a J After Hours in the coming weeks of just get out of our system. like a fuck Elon Musk.
4 hour, 5 hour. Fuck that guy. Yeah,
I don't know.
Fuck that guy. Fuck that guy.
I know like people listen to the cast to not hear about this stuff sometimes and turn their brains off. I don't know, it's important.
Like whatever voice I may have, I feel like there's kind of a necessity to make it known that I'm not cool with anyone being cool with these people.
Yeah.
Like if you're pro Elon Musk, I don't want you in this space. If you're pro like any of that shit, I don't want you here.
Yeah, you want to be able to look back in 50 years from techno hell and be like, at least I spoke out against it on my podcast.
Peep out under my VR goggles that are like glued to my eyes.
Bro, we're gonna have to become Bobobo rebels.
Yeah. I can't grow a mustache though, or an afro.
That's fine.
Okay. Elon Musk is going to be seeking. I'm not even going to say that.
Yeah, so I guess watch Adolescence. I feel very sorry for anybody going through adolescence right now because it's so tumultuous and unpredictable, and all the cards are stacked against you. But keep that chin up and try and get off reels. Or
I feel like if enough of us just hold the right opinion, then there is a way out. You know.
That's my thing. Is if there was some way to organize like literal riots in the streets to like try and do something about this mess.
Yeah.
As far as like social media integration with our lives, but I don't know. Everyone's kind of like numbed and apathetic to it all.
It's got to start way up at the tippy top.
The tippity top of the iceberg.
Nothing's going to change if they don't want it to. You know?
Mm-hmm.
They hold the cards.
But there are so few of them.
Exactly.
Guess we'll see after these messages.
Hello, this is me, Arnie. You do realise that there are Bebo shirts available, right? Take a look at the really cute shirts. Look in the description or under the video for more.
You know, this shit makes me feel?
A bit nauseous.
I feel like Dom from Gears of War 2. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do, man.
Yeah. Come on, Maria. Tell me what to do. Dom. Dom, no.
Yeah. I guess welcome to the second half of the cast. Try and pick up the funny funnies. We'll see how funny.
If you want it to be funny, don't bring up Dom, man. I'm fucking crying over here.
What's that line? Oh, it's actually so good. I feel like this is like one.
That fuck me.
I like that one's good, and like this crazy drop in that game, but in 3.
I'm thinking of 3 right now.
Yeah. Nah, Gears of War 3 Dom's death, bro.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I've never played past that point.
Really?
Yeah, I just stopped playing.
When he says, "Never thought it'd end like this, huh, Maria?"
Yeah. Dom. It's the way fucking
His voice like breaks.
yeah, the way Bendis fucking belts it out. Like he was feeling that shit.
Yeah. It's so earnest.
Yeah, it's genuine as fuck and it's real. And like you're right there with him. You're like, nah, Dom can't. If Dom, I mean, it speaks for itself. Like Dom was my guy. Dom's always been my guy. When Dom dies, I'm like, all right, I'm done. I don't need to. Like my story's over. Okay? My story ended there. I was like, okay.
It just speaks to some kind of truth about humanity, Dom.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is.
He was real AF. Fuck,
Everyone loves Dom.
Yeah. Man. I'm so hyped for the new Gears.
Yeah. You get to see him one last time.
Yeah.
Yeah. I watch that Gears of War 3 scene multiple times every year, probably.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah, I find myself every now and again just like dropping in on it.
Mm-hmm.
Just feel something.
If you got this far into this episode, comment nugget, biscuit, nugget, and a biscuit.
No, don't.
Yeah. I guess this is the question segment where you can head over to the suggestion thread over on the Jarmedia subreddit. Just like Rated DG13 did. How do you prioritize your time? Do you even? I'm like a sniffer dog. What I hear is where I go. I mean, what I sniff is where I go.
Yeah, I'm like a sniffer dog. What I hear is where I go. Hell yeah. How do you prioritize your time?
I block it out, you know, like a schedule. A schedule.
So in the current climate of being a human, average person, right? You get, on average per day, 2 hours. 1 hour, accounting for laundry. You get about 1 hour a day. So you're gonna want to dedicate most of that to sleep.
A little bit of sleep.
The rest to whichever battle pass you're into.
And stretching. I guess that's not a must.
Stretching's lame. Pounding big, heavy things up and down is what you want to be doing.
Why is stretching lame? You're in the manosphere right now.
It's just cringy.
Yeah, that's probably why I like it so much.
Yeah, it's too.
All I do is stretch. I don't give a shit about anything. I just stretch.
Are you like the flexi guy? I mean, like the flexi guy's badass.
That's what I mean.
The stay flexi.
You stretch
guy.
enough and you're going to go there. Yeah.
Yeah, it's cool, but it's lame. What I mean is that to me, it feels lame. I don't like doing it. Whereas I like...
It feels lame?
Things. Yeah, I don't like it.
What?
I don't like stretching. I barely stretch like after
That's goofy,
I
man.
lift weights. I know it is, but like I'll lift weights and stuff and be like...
Yeah? That's what you sound like right now. You sound like Goofy right now.
Yeah, maybe, but I've already spent 45 minutes sleeping. I got 50 minutes of my allocated hour, my free hour every day. I've got 15 minutes to work out. Am I going to spend 1 minute of that stretching? No, I don't have time. I need to spend 5 minutes between each set of exercises so I can maximum get 2.5 exercises in.
We need some technology. We need the Silicon Valley to come up with a way so you can work in your dreams.
I'm dream working. I'm DreamWorks.
It's like Madagascar characters helping you out.
Well, come and dream work.
Said the famous Madagascar character. No, the less time I have, the more I love dreams.
Yeah.
When I was really ill, I drank Night Nurse a couple of times. What the hell is that bird?
I don't know if it's been picked up on the mic in the background, but it's like a zoo out there. There's an owl like really loudly going, woo, woo. Like there's something on the lane going like,
what the fuck was that? Like a parrot? Man.
that totally threw me off.
What was I saying? Oh, yeah. When I was really ill, I was drinking Night Nurse. Like a quarter dose of what you're supposed to have.
Explain what Night Nurse is.
It's like a knockout cough medicine, I guess. I don't think it's like the American stuff that's like actual crazy.
Yeah.
But it makes you sleepy. And I discovered it gave me weird dreams.
Yeah.
And
certain things do affect your dreams, like melatonin gives me quite weird dreams sometimes.
But not like weird bad, weird good, like really good.
Yeah, yeah.
Like I was like the king.
Like when you wake up you go, oh.
Yeah. Yeah, I woke up and I was like, I used to rule the world. But then like when I was all better, I'd open the cabinet thing like before brushing my teeth, and I'd look at the Night Nurse and just think, I could. It was like in Inception.
Yeah, yeah.
Where they're like addicted to the dream realm.
Mm-hmm.
I was like starting to get addicted to the dream realm, and I was like, no, I gotta stop. So I guess when it comes to allocating time, if you got loads of time, dream realm. Like, get in there and stay in there as much as possible.
I had a crazy dream last night.
Yeah.
You know the new Snow White movie?
Yeah.
I can't remember the actor's name who's playing Snow White. There was some woman in my dream sat in like a restaurant who looked exactly like her.
Mm-hmm.
And she was like, hey baby, come sit down. And then of course I sit down next to her. And she's like being really flirty with me.
Mm-hmm.
And then someone else who I don't know comes up and is like pissed at me for doing this. And then I'm like, I gotta go to the toilet. Like, I just need to take a breather. So I get up and start walking, and then I pat my pocket, and my phone is gone.
Oh, shit. Snow White robbed you.
And then I turn around, and, like, these two girls are, like, scrolling through my phone, laughing and, like, pointing. I'm like, what the fuck? What have I done to deserve this?
Yeah. Yeah.
Then I go and snatch my phone back and, like, walk away.
Were they watching Tar?
Yeah. And one of them like follows me, and then I like turn around and start shouting, why'd you do this, Dobby? Why'd you do that to me?
Yeah.
But as I turn around and start shouting, this like giant person, do you know Machine Gun Kelly?
Yeah.
Like imagine Machine Gun Kelly, but he's stretched to about 8 foot tall.
Oh, jeez.
And so like it's like Like, so I've been like shouting at him. And he's like,
He's right behind me, isn't he? It's like, shit.
and he's like, what, are you talking to me? And I'm like, no, I'm shouting at a woman. And then he goes, you're shouting at a woman? And then he pushes me down. He pushes me down and gets aggressive.
Yeah. Man.
And then I wake up. Horrible dream.
That's a cracker. That's a cracker of a dream.
It was actually quite fun because it's like, what's going to happen next?
Yeah, exactly.
What comedy of errors is going to like...
Yeah, oh. Man. We're going to have like a weekly dream section.
Yeah, I've just been having particularly like weird dreams lately.
But I've noticed a weird thing where like I'll have a bunch of weird dreams and sleep weird, and then I'll talk to like people at work and they'll be like, yeah, I slept weird last night, I feel whack today, and I'm like, yeah, me too. And it seems like everyone is on these like
Something in the air.
Yeah, or like we're all kind of just part of the same thing, man. Like we're all an organism, like you know,
same kind of neural network. Like.
Yeah, I've seen it, dude. When I was fucking in the ride, I was fucking shooting the roots, dude.
I've seen the roots, man. They connect us all, dude. Yeah, I don't know, but this one was weird because like sometimes you can wake up from a dream like that and be like, oh, I'm like tired.
Yeah,
but today, I had that dream last night.
All right.
I woke up and was like, howdy, mama. I'm in a great mood.
Let's go.
Let's actually go.
Yeah.
Let's do this.
Let's find this guy. Let's fucking beat
Let's
his ass.
find Machine Gun Kelly and let's teach him a lesson.
Yeah, 8-foot Machine Gun Kelly.
So I hope that explained how we prioritize our time.
I did circle it back a couple.
Mother effing Gromit says, what do you think about Drake expressing his admiration for the Rumple rap beat and negotiating to purchase it for 33 British pounds sterling, only for Man Boy Boy Man to suddenly use the song for themselves, mockingly incorporating lyrics such as pimple pump and tiny stump? Do you think this was a playful move, or does it cross the line in terms of respect and artistic ownership? How do you interpret the whole situation? Was it a clash of creative intentions or just a light-hearted jab at Drake?
I refuse.
Okay. Dr. Aneurysm says this. Do any of the bros know any other languages? If not, how much of a different language do you know, Bebe? I speak French pretty good. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, E, W, X, Y, Z.
That's impressive. Say, take me to the bibliothèque. It's still genuinely impressive. Oh man. I speak a little bit of Spanish.
Yeah?
Ask me to say potato chips.
Hey, what's a potato chip?
Patatas fritas.
Nice.
Genuine, 100% genuine.
Genuine potatoes fritas.
I will take one of them potatoes Fritos, please. Oh dear. Yeah. The only other language I speak is the language of music, baby.
I speak the language of love, which is French.
Oh, I love you.
Fucking Waluigi.
Waluigi is French, right?
He reads French. He's got French vibes.
He reads French, but Wario. What is he? He doesn't read French.
No, Wario is just fat. Wario's American. I think he actually is. I think like in the lore he's...
Really?
Yeah, I think so.
Wait, hold up. Wario Mario lore.
It's in the lore.
Right. The Super Mario Wiki.
Yeah,
It's coming up.
nationality. Find it.
Species human.
Mm-hmm.
First appearance Super Mario Land 2. 6 golden coins, 1992. Latest appearance Oh, an ad popped up and blocked it. Super Mario Party Jamboree. Wario is a recurring character in the Super Mario franchise. Designed to be an arch rival to Mario, he's a muscular, hot-tempered, obese, and greedy character, usually playing the role of an anti-hero or an antagonist. He's also gone on to become the protagonist of his own self-named franchise, the Wario franchise. Blah blah blah. His name is a combination of Mario's name and the Japanese word Wario, meaning bad.
I never knew that.
Mario.
Motherfucker. I want to punch him. He's actually got pretty big arms, actually.
Yeah, he's hench.
He really reminds me of Danny DeVito, like a young Danny DeVito who got on like the
TRT.
Manosphere TRT,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
Like, he went on the Joe Rogan podcast and only eats
Meat.
elk.
Yeah. That Joe has murdered.
They mentioned an Italian accent though. Wario's defining traits are his yellow cap and purple overalls, larger build, and remarkable strength. Simple-mindedness, gruff Italian accent, rude, reckless, and greedy personality, zigzag mustache, as well as other bizarre physical features. Insatiable appetite for garlic, and rivalry with Mario.
He's fat and he farts. He's American.
He's fat and farts. Is he Italian American? Is that what they're getting at?
Maybe.
But like, I have an insatiable appetite for garlic.
Yeah, but you're just a poser.
And I fat and I fart.
I'm getting fat and I fart.
So, yes, we do know other languages. That's for damn sure.
He speaks English. Wario.
There's no English, no, Peach. No.
She's not. She's American.
Yeah, there ain't no Brits in Mario Land.
Isn't the like weird rabbit guys from the latest one? There's like a Cockney one, right?
Rabbit guys.
I'll fucking wank you off, Fred. the like rabbit guy.
What rabbit? The
From
penguins?
Mario. What's it called? Mario, the latest one. Odyssey. Remember the bosses?
That was 25 years ago.
Huh?
The bosses. Wait, Mario Odyssey rabbit.
Yeah, the bosses. They're rabbits, right? One's got like the big hat.
Oh, the Broodals.
Yeah, the Bruddles.
Oh, they're scaring me, man.
Yeah, they're creepy as fuck. And they're British to me.
They are fucking. They're the most British things I've ever seen.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Holy fuck.
Especially the old lady one.
They look like royalty. They keep peeking the mic with the screaming. What happened to the turtles? Where are the turts?
What turts?
Like Bowser and Bowser Jr. and all the turts.
I don't know.
Why are
Weird
they
angle.
rabbits now?
Weird angle they went with that one. But I'm cool with it. I really like Mario Odyssey.
I like it except for these rabbits. They freak me out.
Yeah, the British rabbits are freaky as fuck. The English royal family rabbits. Fucking hell, Mario, run, it's Prince William. Get the fuck out of there.
Efficient Employee 66 says, Alex seems to get all the credit for his funny little phrases and expressions, but I'm pretty sure Jim was the one who started calling things fire. I didn't realize this wasn't a thing normal people did until one day a friend asked why I kept calling everything fire. If I'm wrong and Alex was the first one to start doing this, I apologize, and Jim really needs to up his game. What are you talking about, bro?
I didn't fucking invent that.
No, neither of us did.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I thought it was like 90s like skater.
The thing that made me start using it was the guy. What was that guy? Do you remember? That's so fire.
Oh yeah.
Him. He sold it.
Yeah, I want to know when it's from.
It's the 1-2 buckle my shoe guy, right?
Oh yeah.
1, 2, buckle my shoe.
And then again he goes, oh, that's so fire. Yeah.
Apparently the use of the word has been around since at least the 90s, but I don't think I ever heard it until maybe 5 to 8 years ago. This is a post from 5 years ago. It seems like something that has like come back.
Yeah. Yeah, because like 90s shit is kind of in again.
The 20-year cycle thing.
Yeah. I guess we're like into the noughties now.
Yeah, straight up. Like the 90s. No, it's the noughts.
Yeah, we're like 2005. We're back there.
Oh, God. Get your GameCube out. Was GameCube out by that? I can't remember. I never had one, to be fair, and those tiny little discs.
I never had a GameCube.
I thought this was kind of interesting from Ginga Lloydic. What is the minimum distance you would rather die than walk?
3 miles.
You'd rather die than walk 3 miles?
In my head.
I don't know.
I'm gonna switch my answer. Can I switch my answer?
Only this once.
Okay. Infinite.
You kind of stole my answer. I feel like if given the means, I could just like Forrest Gump walk. You know?
Yeah.
Just like
no.
bye bye.
Like go Nomad Mode. Like Sam Porter Bridges it.
Yeah.
Right, I'm off, guys.
See you later.
Yeah.
I got packages to deliver, baby.
Yeah. What about when it gets to the water, though? Do you swim?
That is one advantage you have in America, the landmass, of course.
Yeah, because like it wouldn't be that interesting.
I don't know. Just walk to like
France.
Yeah, just walk to
Through
France.
the tunnel.
Yeah, just walk through the tunnel, and then eat some garlic to fuel you.
Oh, c'est la vie.
And then just like walk east until you're killed. So I guess that is the answer.
Okay. East. That's your answer.
Oh, this is weird. Joey Joestar has an anecdote relating to dreams. Speaking of Jar Jar Bears.
Dream section.
With all of the talk of dreams in the last couple casts, I thought I'd share a weird dream I had. I was in the audience for Cats Does Countdown, and I was in a chair where I could see just behind Jimmy Carr's desk, and he had an obscene number of pancakes. Like so many, it was overflowing. He noticed that I saw his dark secret, and he stood up and started screaming at me, like I'd just killed his family in front of him. Soon the rest of the audience joined in, and I wanted to leave. Before I left, I realized I needed to take a shit. So I went to the toilet, and all the toilets were on the walls like urinals for some reason. And as I was taking a shit, 2 members of the audience came in and beat the shit out of me. When I decided to leave, Jimmy Carr was there with the gun and told me to do 38 push-ups or he'd fucking kill me. The thing is, back when I had this dream, I could do 38 push-ups, but since I've been transitioning, almost 3 years now, I've lost a lot of muscle mass and can't anymore. Now I live in constant fear that Jimmy Carr will realise this and hunt me down and kill me. Sorry if this was a bit long. Love the cast and bear on. Hugs and kisses. Quite a journey there.
Yeah. I mean, I love that. I love that dream. I hate Jimmy Carr, though. He's a glazer.
Who's he glaze?
Joe
Rogan?
Yep. I saw it. There's the truth.
Jimmy Carr went on Joe Rogan.
He did, yeah. But
did he compliment Joe Rogan's wicked comedy? Wickedly talented Joe Rogan comedy.
Yeah. No, he was doing like stand-up and people in the audience were like, Joe Rogan's a fucking stupid idiot. And he's like, actually, Joe Rogan's really clever. He's got more money than you. And then the audience is like, fuck Joe, legend. But yeah, so knowing that, it makes the dream scarier. I'm sorry this happened to you.
Yeah, when the dream work becomes reality, Jimmy Carr's going to get you.
You know when you wake up and you're like, fuck.
Am I in the dream world or the real world?
Well, kind of.
I don't know anymore.
Yeah. It's like you'll dream that you ate all of your snacks. Right, and then you'll wake up and you're like, fuck's sake, I was so excited for those snacks and I've eaten them all. And then you're
all
like,
of Jimmy Carr's pancakes.
Yeah. Yeah, you dream that Jimmy Carr ate all his pancakes and then you turn on Countdown and suddenly he's still eating the pancakes. You know, there's still stuff to look forward to, in a sense.
There's still stuff to look forward to, like these 3 left to round off this episode, right?
1, 2, 3.
Count them. You better count them.
Number 1.
Random minion next to you says this. How British people feel about American college is how Americans feel about British secondary school. Why? No, they don't. They don't even know what secondary school is.
They have no idea.
They have no clue.
It's just what's Hunger Games?
Yeah.
That's British school.
Katniss Everdeen.
I'm gonna make a fucking cake on my face.
I'm blending in.
I bake cake. I can blend in. What?
I love that scene. It's really good.
That's hilarious.
Have you seen that YouTube video of that guy that's like, I blended in like Hunger Games, and then I sent the real SAS after me, like that kind of shit.
Is it that British guy who just does like he became the richest man in the world for like 2 seconds?
I don't think it was British. I think it was American.
Oh, okay.
I don't think it was the SAS. Maybe the FBI. I don't know. I don't know all these acronyms. I don't know what any acronym means.
FBI means Federal Bureau of Investigation. CIA means crispy, intimate action.
I'll have a touch of CIA, please.
Alistair Woods says, "Hey boys, been listening for the past year or so and it's been making my work days a lot more tolerable. Got a bit of a lengthy one for you, but try and stay with me. This one's a doozy." And this is one of those where it's like, could be real, also could be fake.
Mm-hmm.
I want to get your opinion on that once I read it. A few months ago, we had a supervisor quit at work, so we had to hire one immediately to fill the position. We had 3 interviews lined up, but only one bothered to show up. She was a bigger lady who seemed nice enough, but she was very chatty to a degree where you could be trying to get a word in for over 10 minutes, and she just won't stop talking. It didn't help that she was extremely obnoxious and smelled like spoiled milk, wet dogs and piss. It got so bad that we had to call a staff meeting about it, and everyone seemed to get the point, except for her. Instead of showering, she'd cover herself in expensive perfumes and body creams. I thought that might have been the worst of it. But then when we were the only people closing the store one night, she shit her pants not once but twice. If a customer needed a supervisor, I would have to tell them that my boss had gone through her second pair of pants that day, and might be a while. Keep in mind she was also screaming, "I'm gonna shit my pants," as she ran past customers each time I saw her do it. I had another supervisor drive me to a dentist appointment 2 days later, and she told me this woman had shit her pants another 2 times. This time just once per day. Before she ended up getting fired, she had called into work over 20 times in the 3-month trial period, and everyone started appreciating each other a little more. Even the employees that slack off a bit too much, because at least they're not constantly shitting themselves and smelling like they've lived in the sewer, despite being the richest employee on the staff. Anyway, my question is, have you ever had an outright disgusting or annoying coworker? If so, did they last?
Do
you believe it?
No. Nobody poos themselves that much. If it was one time, then okay.
I was kind of with it until they said about she goes around screaming, "I'm going to shit my pants."
Yeah. And the multiple times thing. That's just insane. Like, who...
There's a small chance.
Yeah.
What if they like work at like Taco Bell?
Okay, yeah, then it's almost definitely true. I once had one of those meetings, and it's horrible, like where all the staff are there, and the manager's like, right, I just want to say that people be stinking, wear deodorant. So I don't know if anyone else feels this way, but like I was like, shit, what if it's me? And I just don't, what if I'm the stink?
They got to keep it broad, you know?
Yeah.
Can't be pointing fingers. Making people feel bad for being stinky.
Yeah, and then you're going to like sue because you're stinky. Maybe I was the stinky guy, you know?
They said I smelled like shit when I smelled like shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know, I feel like it's delicate.
It's tricky. You can't tell someone this.
What if they've lived their whole life and like just didn't have the family like to get them to that point, you know? Where like hygiene was like something valued or like discussed. Because I remember like when I became a teenager and started like getting stinky, our mum was just like, you stink. Like you gotta like wash your shit and like wear deodorant. And it's like, okay. Yeah. And then just it hasn't been a problem since then.
Yeah. Well, as far as you're aware, see, this is my fear is that what if I'm a stinky guy? You know?
Maybe. Some people are unfortunate with like their genetics, I guess.
Yeah, but I mean, like, what if I'm a stinky guy?
We just stink of shit.
Just think of like stink. You know, like a
stank. Yeah.
Yes, just stanky.
I don't know.
It's like an unfounded fear, you know?
Especially when it's like customer facing too. They're saying it's a store. Like,
yeah. You couldn't keep a job if you shit yourself like 2 times a day, multiple times. I'm gonna be real, like that doesn't happen.
but also like, let's say hypothetically, it's real, and she's in a trial period. Like, how do you deal with that? What do you do about that?
Get rid.
What you just say?
You have to.
Like, but what do you do? What does the manager say? Like,
You smell.
you smell like poo because you keep pooing yourself daily,
Yeah.
and like you're running around saying
And
that.
customers are vom bombing. You can like exaggerate customer stuff and just lie. All the customers hate you because you smell of shit all the time because you keep shitting yourself. Is what the manager needs to say. I don't think I've ever really worked with people that stinky though. To answer the question, you know, which is why I think I might have been the stinky person. Because I don't remember ever noticing that someone else was stinky.
Right.
You know.
Yeah, I remember a few stinkers. You know,
Mm-hmm.
I remember that, and I don't know, because I was never interested in like managing people or anything. But that was one of the like questions. They were like, if you were a line manager, how would you approach the conundrum if someone is stinky and you have to be the one to address that situation? I can't remember what I said. You fucking reek, bro.
Ever heard of deodorant, boy?
I mean,
or lady.
I've done like YouTube for a decade, so outright disgusting and annoying co-workers is like, there's millions I could pull from. It's like endless. There are more than like are possible to keep up with.
I'm racking my brain trying to think of stink.
Because like annoying's one thing, but I remember this dude who like just constantly going on about like stinky, having sex with like really fat people, and like talking about like there's a certain stench, and it's like, why are you saying this? Like,
Yeah.
are you trying to like gross me out? Are you trying to like impress me? I don't really get like, I don't know what you're talking about, bro.
Yeah, it's incredible how some people are so incapable of like reading.
We just don't care.
Yeah.
They like it almost. Maybe they like it.
Yeah.
They like making people uncomfortable.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, I
They
don't know.
win that conversation.
Yeah, they walk away like, all the thoughts in my head are like, that guy's fucking weird and creepy and
Yeah.
disgusting. But in his head, he's like, yeah,
He didn't even know what to say.
yeah. Yeah, I don't know, bro. Did they last?
Huh?
If so, did they last?
Well, I was the stinky person, so yes.
I'm never letting go. Right. Final one then. Send us away for this episode from John Lennon Skibbity. On the dual topic of Tarzan and salacious substances, I actually did weirdly spend a few evenings last month microdosing Terry's chocolate orange brownies and watching Tarzan, Tarzan 2, and the critically acclaimed straight-to-DVD Tarzan and Jane. Somehow the movies are even better. Didn't shed a tear. Just a random apostrophe in it. But I knew Phil Collins wanted me to. Yeah.
Are you microdosing Terry's chocolate orange brownies?
Yeah, what do you mean microdosing?
Yeah, macrodose those. They're a macrodose nutrient.
Yes, you fool.
I think the Tarzan soundtrack could be legitimately within the top 5 albums of all time.
Make it top 3.
Oh, yeah.
Son of man. Do you know what? I had my idea for After Hours, if you hadn't caught up on Invincible, was for us to watch the Phil Collins Super Bowl that he did where he performed.
Yeah, that's an awesome idea.
So put that in my back pocket for later.
Okay. Shame he's a Tory. But that album is fucking crazy. God damn. Cracker of a movie as well. Gorillaz.
Full stop. Like,
no, not full stop, because what's his name? Brian Blessed or something.
oh my god.
Is that his name?
Yeah. It's
Brian Blessed.
British icon.
He's yeah. Shout out to the Big Knights as well. Brian Blessed. He is blessed.
A Peppa Pig prequel.
Yeah.
Same art style.
That's the thing. I would have been down for Peppa Pig if Peppa Pig was played by Brian Blessed.
True.
I would have been watching that on the reg.
Mm-hmm.
Guaranteed.
Did you see that Peppa Pig's expecting? Well, not that would be weird.
Huh?
Peppa Pig's mum is expecting.
Oh damn.
Yeah.
My heart dropped. I was like,
yeah. Sorry.
okay, Papa Pig getting some.
Holy shit.
Let's go.
Yeah.
But yeah, Brian Blessed, he kills it.
He murders it. Yeah.
He tears it up. You know?
Like a Papa Pig.
Yeah. Yeah.
I love gorillas, man. They're so good.
I love gorillas too.
Awesome
I don't
animal.
love gorillas as much as Tarzan does, though. He be
Do you think he tried it?
I think he did. He would have.
He's only human.
He got like gorilla in him.
He's just copying what he's raised by, you know?
Uh-huh. He thinks he is one of them. He's like, why do I look so different? You know? He's like the emo kid of the gorillas. Man.
If you want like a fucking unhinged Tarzan film,
Oh my god.
Speaking of Harry Potter, the guy who directed most of those Harry Potter movies, the weird like Sam Jackson Tarzan film from like 2016 or something.
Is that the...
It's crazy. It's it's like the craziest shit I've ever seen.
No, the crazy one to me is the like 3D animation.
Oh my god, yeah, that is what. There's a lot of like weird
There's loads of
Tarzan
Tarzans.
content.
Yeah, there's hella Tarzan.
It's called like Tarzan Origins. Oh, there's so many Tarzans. It's such a weird character to like just live on. The Legend of Tarzan.
Which one?
2016.
Is that the animated one?
Nah, David Yates, Alexander Skarsgård. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I forgot about that one.
Yeah, that shit lives in my mind at all times.
But like, there's like real money and like, yeah, it's Alexander Skarsgård is Tarzan.
Is he... Alexander Skarsgård is in The Northman?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Uh-huh. And like Christoph Waltz, Margot Robbie, Sam Jackson.
Yeah, they all like money.
It's like the biggest piece of shit ever. Oh my god, it's so fucking bad. It's crazy. It's crazy how fucking bad it is.
Okay, that movie and Craven, which one wins?
As far as which is funnier,
Which would you want to watch, like, right now?
Legend of Tarzan is funnier.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, because there's like, imagine 2016 CG like Tarzan swinging around, and they're like trying to make it cool, and it's so like unbelievably lame. It makes it much funnier.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Mm-hmm.
$180 million budget
Okay, that actually sounds quite fun.
for a live action Tarzan movie. Yeah, I saw that in Portugal randomly when I was like in the hotel at like, you know, when you got like a really early flight and you don't really want to sleep.
Yeah.
And there was like, it was just like Jimmy Fallon and shit like on the hotel television. It was like, no, I'm watching Legend of Tarzan.
Yeah,
that was wild. That was fucking wild.
I thought you were gonna say you went to the cinema in Portugal to
To watch a 2016 live action Tarzan film.
It's like a film festival.
Yeah. Although I would do that. Well, I think we're done here, brother. Another week, because I shit myself again.
What's the date today?
The 21st, we are recording this.
No, what's the date in universe?
What's the date of the universe?
No, in universe. Oh, that's fucking bullshit. The 24th in universe.
The fuck are you talking about in universe?
This comes out Monday.
Oh, right.
Monday.
Right. In the main timeline,
Yeah.
not the jar line.
What does your Doctor Doom alternate universe version of yourself say?
Don't know.